The recent Women's Sevens World Series qualifier in Hong Kong was the latest step in Mexico's rugby development. They may not have qualified for core status, but the experience was undoubtedly positive.
I would say that rugby is growing rapidly in Mexico, at a speed we had never expected it to. It's unbelievable how many players we have now. From just over 100 players 3 years ago, we now have thousands. That's simply incredible. People think that rugby is just for men, but really, for those of us who play, guys and girls, we do it because we love it.
Números.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13. 14.
Mi equipo.
My team. My team is very diverse. We are all very different in our own ways, and that's why we make a good team.
According to tradition, the serpent is carried by the youngest player on the team, so I'm the lucky one with that job. It is our mascot. It has some patches from the places we've been. It also reminds us of the path we've been through as a team and the long way we still have ahead of us. That path is represented by the surface without any patches on it. The serpent's body is also the path to the final line, which represents the Olympic Games and all our dreams and goals as a team.
Mexico had the honour of hosting and winning the first 2015 Rugby World Cup qualifier match in front of a record crowd in Mexico City, and the game there is beginning to flourish.
In 2009, Mexico had 2,500 players nationwide, and currently, just 6 years later, we have 7,500 players. From having 2 women's teams, we've moved up to 55 teams in total, and from having 21 teams taking part in the national championships, we now have 54 in 6 different regions. Lots of numbers, but they're very exciting stats. Just yesterday, we got an email from the IRB saying that they want to interview us for an article because Mexico is the country that's moved up the most in the world rankings this year. We've moved up a massive 14 places.
With the aim of Olympic qualification, the side will compete in 2 important tournaments over the next year.
Our objectives this year are the Central America and Caribbean Games and the North America and Caribbean Games. It's a great honour to participate in the first ones. We're making history. It's the first time for women's rugby, and it would be even better if we could add a medal to that history. Participating in NACRA is an important step for us, because we could qualify for the Pan American Games.
They may have a long way to go, but there's no lack of appetite for the challenges ahead.
For me, rugby is a sport that makes me passionate. It's like a personal test of character. There's always something else to do in order to go further. I love it. You can improve a lot, and there are no limits in terms of what you can achieve. I can't explain it really. You always have to be looking upwards and onwards, because if you look down or stop, someone might get you, so you always have to be alert. Rugby makes you want more. It makes you love what you do, because it's hard, but you still like playing it. You enjoy that dynamic. That is rugby for me.
Para mí eso es el rugby.